From the check-in line to the TSA, or you worked up an appetite. Rushing to your gate, people in your way, trying not to miss your flight. Planes still stuck in taxi, kids just won't stop asking, did you pack? Did you pack? Did you pack snacks? You've been dreaming up a beach vacation on a summer day. Bags all packed on the road down to 38. Didn't even make it through the borderline. Someone's in the backseat crying. Did you pack? Did you pack? Did you pack snacks? Oh, it's a long road up ahead, honey. And the miles go past, slow or fast, depending on what all you brought. But I won't be afraid if the ship's going down. Did you pack? Did you pack? Did you pack snacks? Did you pack? Did you pack? Did you pack snacks? Yay! Live from South Carolina, these are your hosts, Colin and Megan of Did You Pack Snacks?
Wow, what an intro.
What an intro.
You were just feeling it today.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done it in a while, so I thought, you know what? Got to do it every now and then.
For those that may be listening for the first time, that's a little tune that Colin, or jingle that Colin wrote for the podcast.
Or hit single.
And he shared it one time, and I keep telling him he needs to record it so that we can just put it in the beginning of our podcast. So we're real official. We have our own jingle.
I know, and I hope they did not click away and go, wait, whoa.
I'm not trying to listen to music on my run. No, I'm sure nobody clicked away.
Hey guys, howdy, welcome back.
Welcome back.
My name's Colin.
And I'm Meg.
And this is the Did You Pack Snacks podcast, where we chat all things high, all things low, and all the long miles in between of traveling with kids.
We're parents of 2 little girls, and we've been traveling for a few years now. We set a goal a while back to bring our kids to 50 countries. And where are we at now?
Yes, we are crazy.
Where are we now, Colin?
But look at us now. We're at country number 30.
That's right. And when we close out the year, it's gonna
be at like 49.
Yeah. Whoa. 19
we got
countries
2
in
months.
the next 2 months.
We are going to some new countries, though, before the year ends, which I'm excited about. At least 2. Should we squeeze in another one?
Well, no, we shouldn't.
Now you got my brain going.
2, I was just saying, by the end of this year, I think it will be at 32, which is not bad, you know?
Yeah.
We're just doing one at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time. Well, how has your week been?
Man, this has been a happening week. You know, fall's here.
Fall is here.
The best season of all.
September 23rd, if you didn't know, was the official date. So even if you live in Texas or somewhere where it's still really hot, you're still in fall.
Congratulations. It's fall.
It's fall, but hot fall for you.
Right.
Here, we get little tastes of cooler weather, especially in the morning.
It's fall until 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, and then it just gets hot.
I mean, we went on our morning walk this morning. You know, I say we went on a morning walk. It's my second time ever doing this.
Your second time joining me on my regular morning walks.
That's the truth. But we were walking on the college campus and the leaves were falling. The wind was blowing. I mean,
we had light jackets on and it felt comfortable.
I mean, I was hot after my, 6,000th step. Why was that word so hard to say?
6,000 step walk.
But it's 6,000 with a TH. 6,000th step.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But yeah, after 3 miles in, I was sweaty. And I remembered, we live in South Carolina.
That's why.
Yeah. But how was my week? We got fall. Fall's great. Speaking of fall, soccer season is also here. And I'm not talking about pro soccer or the MLS. I'm not talking about Lionel Messi. I'm talking about Charlotte Brave Mookery and the Hurricanes.
Yeah, this is the first real season that we've let the girls choose a sport. We've really kind of not done sports previously in an official way. Charlotte chose soccer, and we already feel overcommitted because they practice twice a week. And then if you have a game that week, or you have 2 games that week, it just adds up to be a lot.
I don't think I overcommitted. I think I was lied to.
lied to. Well,
by the YMCA.
the funny thing is we went in with low commitments, meaning that I even thought, if she's just not feeling it one day, we'll skip a practice here and there, if our schedule feels too much. But then lo and behold, my husband can't help it, but he showed up on the soccer field.
It's not my fault.
Just offered to the coach.
No, I didn't offer.
You never said if you need help.
I never offered. The first practice, the kids got in a circle, and I was like, hey, I'll be participatory, Dad, and be fun.
Oh, you stretched with them.
I went behind the kids, and I kind of stretched along with them. Within 5 minutes, the coach goes, hey, if you ever want to help out, you're more than welcome to.
But then the next practice, he texted you and was like, hey, I need you to help out.
I need you, all caps.
And then by the third practice, you had a coach jersey, and now you're a coach.
And yesterday, I was running around the field. I know every single kid's names.
It's so cute.
I
love it because it's become a little family thing. Me and Liv sit on the sidelines. I am a cheering mom. Didn't know I had that in me, but I love to cheer for all the kids. And it's been a fun thing, though I will say, I kind of feel like, wow, this month is a lot of soccer.
It's a lot, but then we were so surprised yesterday at the fields going, oh my goodness, the whole city is here.
There were hundreds of people.
I'm like, is this what families do?
I know, we've been missing out. We've just been in our house.
Or we've been having fun traveling around the world. Meanwhile, everyone's playing sports.
Yeah, getting good, apparently. Anyway, I think it's really sweet. Charlotte has another game tonight, and she was just the cutest. Watching her play, I can't wait to watch her confidence grow because I think she's got some skills in there. I mean, the goal is just fun, but it is also fun to see her do something well.
Yeah, and win.
And, well, that didn't happen. I don't know if that'll happen, but yeah, fun and just improving on her little skill set, I think would be a
spoiler alert, we lost against the Purple Pandas last night.
We'll have to keep you updated.
But we're playing against the Gators tonight, so we'll see.
We'll see.
Besides soccer, besides fall, another very exciting thing happening in the household is that tomorrow night, by the time this podcast is out, another thing is also out. And we're talking about the hit CBS show, Real TV.
For 20 years and counting.
Probably the best television show in the planet. We're talking about Survivor, season 45.
I mean, we're big fans, and it's okay if you're not. But I just ask, if you're going into fall, you haven't seen the show in a couple years, and you need just some reality TV. It's not even really... It is, but it's not
more
of like
trashy.
A game. It's just more of watching a game play out on TV.
It's not like reading a tabloid. It's just a good... Yeah. If you like board games, then you will love this.
Right. I just say give it a second shot because Survivor back in the day was more reality TV.
Right.
Now it's more just gameplay and cutthroat and interesting.
And blindsides.
And it's a fun watch. We have so much fun watching it. So just follow along and then maybe occasionally... we'll pop our thoughts in the podcast.
I'm watching it right now.
Regarding
while we're recording
the current season, and we can just all relate on that level to watching Survivor together.
Yeah. If you're watching Survivor, just DM us and all you got to say is Survivor.
Or
nothing else. And then we'll kind of give you a nod. And then we will join hearts and souls. And together we will be Survivor fans.
Yeah, and then the other reality TV moment that Colin could care less about, but for those of you who have ever seen The Bachelor...
Oh, I'm sipping some coffee.
Apparently, the new season, which is the first Survivor with older people...
It's the Golden Bachelor.
Thank you giving me the name. The Golden Bachelor premieres this Thursday. I have not seen The Bachelor in years. I used to watch it years ago. I stopped because it's a little raunchy, but...
Are the girls coming over?
I want to kind of make plans.
Why am I talking?
I kind of want to make it a thing because I just think it's so interesting to watch a different generation pursue this kind of show on TV. I can't help but watch. So I'm also going to be watching that.
What are they going to ask each other? Hey, are your grandkids in any sports?
Well, I just hope that the whole process is done with more maturity because they have fully developed brains where the other seasons of The Bachelor and Bachelorette are with 20.
Deer in headlights.
Yeah, well, I don't want to speak bad about necessarily their age, but it just can be a little dicey. And so I stopped watching it because it was too dicey for me. But this one, it might just be good. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
But I hope it doesn't turn into that.
It's just Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, and who knows? But I just think
I'm not gonna see. I'm not watching.
it's a fun.
Why am I talking?
It's a fun week for TV. I just feel like all these little shows are coming back, and we don't watch a lot of TV, but having a few things to look forward to kind of just makes the week go by fast. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, television.
Thank you, television, for
And the WGA strike is they reached a tentative agreement, so that's good. That means more TV might be coming back.
late night. And then this wasn't just on TV, but let's just dive into more news.
Yeah. In case you haven't heard.
In case you haven't heard, which you might be living under a rock, but it's been really fun too. Maybe this is a confession.
To what?
That I just like to follow
NFL?
Well, now.
You bought the NFL Sunday ticket?
I just bought a Chiefs jersey.
Oh my God.
I'm joking.
Didn't you grow up in Kansas one time?
I lived there before. I'm joking. I'm
There
referencing
you go.
Taylor Swift showing up to the Chiefs
Well,
game.
what does Taylor Swift have to do with the NFL?
Colin? Because she went on a date with Travis.
Baby, we all know.
I know. Anyway, all that to say, I think that that's been fun to be on the internet this week and just watch that blow up. Even if you're not a Taylor fan, but even if you are, I was going to say, I feel like this is my true confession that I'm just into I don't know. I wouldn't pop culture, the thing. Give me the drama.
But it's also
my
fun
life doesn't
pop
have
culture.
Yeah, fun stuff.
I feel like we all get to
Some
be in
people
middle school again.
Some people like true crime. Some people watch Survivor and then watch Taylor Swift memes, and their life just feels full and fun. And that's just where I'm at right now,
I just wish I could speak to Mama Donna and be like, what does your mom radar what's
because
it pinging you?
Taylor sat with his mom at the game.
Yes, but we all know Taylor doesn't have a good track record.
Colin,
what?
just because she's dating people and broken up with them, that doesn't mean she doesn't have a good track record.
What?
It's like a normal thing to date and then break up.
Okay, but I just want to know what Mama Donna's thinking.
What her read on.
Is this the girl that's gonna break my Travis's heart?
You know, we just got to follow along. So that's exciting things.
So stay tuned.
Well, I'm not going to give the answer. I just will share in the joy of watching things unfold in front of us on all the medias.
Okay. I got more great news.
Is it travel related? Because we haven't even touched that yet.
This is actually travel related. Over the weekend, we did our first feature interview on a different podcast with the sweetest, the best people. I'm talking about Scott and Melissa from Sunshine Travelers. That's Travelers with one L. But she reached out and said, hey, we've been, kind of been online friends. We should do a podcast together. And we were like, oh my gosh, we've never done this before. We've always just talked to each other in a quiet guest room, and then now here we are on Zoom, and we had to be a little bit professional, but then it was also fun.
It was so fun. We spoke for 30 minutes before we even hit record, just chatting all the things.
Yeah.
Talking about their travel plans, where they're going next year, and talking about maybe taking a trip with their kids and their grandkids.
Yeah.
And it was just the coolest. I think connecting with people that have a similar passion, and then even more so, another layer is not only do they share the passion of travel, but they also have a podcast. And so I just felt like we had so many things to connect over. I just wanted to give them a shout out because their podcast that we were on actually came out this week. We'll leave the link in the show notes if you want to go listen to it. But more than anything, if you just love travel podcasts and you want more tips and experiences and stories, then you should give them a follow because it's a great listen.
I listened to their Belize episode yesterday, and I listened to it the whole way through. They gave hotel recommendations, excursion recommendations. They even told stories. Did you know that Scott left his phone in the taxi? And Melissa did find my iPhone and saw that the taxi's gone. But someone from the airport, someone on staff, told Scott, come with me. They ran across the airport runway in hopes to stop the taxi to before he gets to the roundabout or something. And so they ran across the runway, and then he's like, wait. The taxi's now going back to the terminal. So he turns back around, and the guy from the taxi runs out, all sweaty, tells Melissa, "You left your phone."
Aww.
Like, and they just, it speaks volumes of the kindness of the people of Belize. But yeah, it's just all kinds of travel
They've
stories
got great
like that.
Stories.
Yeah.
So we'll leave the link to their podcast and their website in the show notes. We'd love for you to check them out.
Yeah. Sunshine Travelers, featuring yours truly. Man, another update. I feel like we're just going with updates because you know what? We've done a lot of podcasts with a lot of meat in it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I just want to do one that's just chill.
We're just chatting today.
Yeah. It's fall. Everyone's busy. I don't want to jam more information down your brain.
We got back from our trip. We spent a week in the Faroe Islands and in Iceland. I actually had a friend today, which this is like a confession, but it's not intentional. But a friend today was like, wait, you're in town? I thought you were still in the Faroe Islands because on Instagram, I'm like sharing very gradually.
You're still on day 3 or day 4.
Yeah, I think I'm past that. But I share really gradually because we don't travel full time. And so I stretch, our content. And it means that when we're actually traveling, we're not like sharing our location in real time, which wouldn't be safe.
Or
and
fun.
we get to like actually experience the trip, which would be really hard to experience and immediately share. So anyway, for a lot of reasons, this works best. But she was like, I was thinking to myself, they've been there for so long. And I said, no, it's not intentional, but I just share gradually so that we can stretch our content since we're not traveling full time and going somewhere new every day.
Yeah.
So we are in South Carolina now, and we won't leave again until November.
Why am I so sad?
I know. We were supposed to fly to Vermont, and that was supposed to be happening today. But here's the thing. Sometimes when you're planning travel, right? And you're planning it around an experience that you want to have, whether that be the Northern Lights or fall foliage, you can't predict what nature is going to do on your trip.
No, Mother, and I'm referring to Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Mother does not play by your rules.
Right. And that, and some of that is when you actually go on a trip and you get to experience that natural thing that you were hoping for, like seeing animals in the wild, which isn't a guarantee, seeing the Northern Lights or seeing whales on your trip to Hawaii. When it actually happens on the day that you thought it might, it's incredible.
It's like winning the lottery.
It is like winning the lottery. And that's what makes those moments so special. But then, for instance, Vermont, we just got some intel. We spoke to Vermont tourism. We talked to people in state. And the peak foliage that was supposed to be happening this week is delayed. So if we were to go to Vermont, we'd be spending a lot of money to see Vermont really beautifully green.
Yeah. And no offense against the color green. I love you.
I love green.
But you're not foliage.
And no offense against Vermont in October. I'm sure we'd go and we'd have the best time eating all the apple things, visiting farms, going on hikes. But this was just one of those like bucket list moments that have kind of been, something I've wanted to do. And it involves seeing the fall foliage. And if we were to actually go when peak is supposed to be this year, since it's a few weeks delayed, it's just too close to our next trip.
Well, and frankly, we wouldn't be able to afford it.
Yeah, well, that's true. Because we bought tickets a long time ago.
The U.S. is very expensive.
It is expensive. So it's not a good
not
a good last minute trip. But anyway, all that to say, we decided to postpone it and hold out our experience of visiting Vermont until we can make it line up with some fall foliage.
You know where we're going to see some foliage?
Where?
Our backyard.
That's true. Or we actually live really close to the Blue Ridge Mountains, which are known for being another destination.
You're right.
So we'll just make the best of it and experience fall things here and maybe shoot for heading up there in 2024.
You know what we could do a couple of years ago for my birthday, which happens in a few weeks, might I add.
Tell the people your birthday.
October 16th. So if you hold off on your fan mail. Hold off now, people. Don't lick your stamps yet. You can send it out closer to October 16th. But I kid. But a couple of years ago, we took the kids to the Cataloochee Valley in the Great Smoky Mountains to find this herd of elk that, they have released back in the wild, reintroduced many years ago. And so I just, I've always loved these charismatic animals. And, when I say charismatic, I mean things like the grizzly bear or things like the mountain lion, things that like you can really attach this value to. And they're like, oh, they're such cool, animals. Anyways, the elk is one of those. I love when they bugle. I love their massive antlers. So we took the girls to the Smoky Mountains and we went to this field that apparently they come out, during the rut. And were there any elk? No. And then we were like, all right.
We waited for a long time.
Yeah, we waited for a long time until the sun went down. And then we're like, all right, let's just go back to our cabin. And as we were leaving, I saw there was another field, like probably 2 minutes away.
From where we had been waiting for over 2 hours.
And down that field were lines of cars. And everyone was just like picnicking and watching these like huge giant elk. And I only know because they showed us pictures on their phone.
Yeah.
So
lesson learned that sometimes when you think you're in the wrong place, you might be. If you're looking around going, man, everybody said they'd be here and they're not there.
And we're the only ones here.
You might be in the wrong place.
If it's off, it's off.
Anyway, so you want to redeem that experience.
Let's do that.
Look at us. Instead, we're going to redeem that experience and then we'll redeem Vermont in another year. And it's just all going to work out.
You know what I want to do?
What?
I want to do a live wildlife special. I want to record a live podcast as we're witnessing the elk.
Is that even possible? There's no electricity.
We don't need electricity, Megan, because this here podcast recorder can also run on AAA batteries.
Wow. I mean, y'all let us know, but hanging out, watching elk, I just feel like we'd run out of things to say.
Baby.
Let's give it a try. I'm going to glass half full.
Let the spirit of fall embrace you.
Maybe we'll just do a podcast about our fall weekend and the elk are a part of it, but no pressure to talk for 40 minutes about elk.
I don't know. Some people might like it.
That might be something special.
We might gain a whole new demographic.
We might.
But okay, speaking of canceled trips, I wanted to bring up another canceled trip that we had in the past.
Have we redeemed it yet?
Not yet.
Dang.
It's still on your bucket list destination. But this goes all the way back to 2019 when we bought tickets to Morocco.
No, it was 2020.
No, but when we bought the tickets in 2019,
yes,
they were on sale for $400.
Yes.
A direct flight to Marrakesh. And the day came, was it February?
It was before COVID happened.
But was it February?
Yeah, it was in February.
Yeah.
And I had I remember feeling so sick. Some may say it might have been not just the flu because we didn't even know about COVID yet.
Yeah.
But I was so sick. I thought that I wasn't going to make it.
I think it was COVID like beta version.
It was something rough, but I remember being so sick, but I was like, you know what? We've got like 7 days before we leave. I'm going to kick it. So I quarantined myself, or not officially. I just stayed in my room all day because I couldn't even get up. I was so tired. And I just was like, I'm going to make it. And I started to feel better. And then like 3 days before our trip, Colin went down. And he went down fast. I have to tell this story. I'm sitting at the house. Colin is having the same sickness that I had just gotten over. And he's not doing well.
And you have no empathy.
Because I have some, but I was also like, our trip's about to get canceled, isn't it? And so I kind of just looked at you and I said, will you go get tested for all the things so that you can get medicine? Like, go get medicine. Just see if we can get past this.
Colin, go to I don't care where you go. Go to CVS, Minute Clinic. Go now.
Just go somewhere. So he went to CVS Minute Clinic. He's gone. That, mind you, that is like a 4-minute drive from our house.
Mm-hmm. I
get a call on Colin's phone. I say hello, and it's a woman. And she says, hey, I just wanted to let you know your husband's about to get in an ambulance. And I was like, what? She said, yeah, he passed out. And apparently you got there, and tell them what happened.
I got there and like it's the minute clinic. No one cares. Everyone thinks you're fine. And so like I'm like knocking on, and at this time I'm feeling shaky, hot and cold, everything. And I'm knocking on the clinic and no one's answering. And I was like, shoot, I gotta check in on this kiosk, because kiosks are a thing now. So I'm sitting there, I can barely type because I felt so bad. Barely type and fill in all my information, whatever. But like I couldn't finish it. They kept asking me questions, like they wanted to know my address and my age. I didn't know. And like I was so stressed and so sick that I went back to bang on the door, and because I could hear a doctor and a patient in there. They were talking. I banged on the door and they just, no one came. And then,
well, yeah, because you're supposed to wait your turn.
Right. And then finally I just like sat in the chair, and then like as they come out, I was just like, as soon as I saw a glimpse of help, I collapsed on the ground. And they were like, sir, are you okay? Lo and behold, who comes out? Charlotte's kindergarten teacher.
Preschool teacher.
Yeah.
And she like looked, you said you guys made eye contact, but she kept walking.
No, she was just like, she had seen a ghost. Like, oh my gosh, this is my, kid's parent.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So then she called me and she was like, hey, we're going to take him. I said, is he okay? And she said, yeah, I think he just passed out. He's not doing well. And I said, well, can you not put him in the ambulance? Because we're going to have to pay for that. Can I just come get him? Because it wasn't an emergency. It was like, yeah, he passed out. He needs to go to the doctor. But like the ambulance, in my opinion, was unnecessary.
And the hospital is add another 3 minutes.
Yeah. So I could pick Colin up and get him to the hospital probably faster than waiting for the ambulance and taking him to the hospital. Anyway, we ended up paying for that. And Colin was sick and we had to cancel Morocco. And this whole story, I was just sharing because, sometimes you intentionally can delay a trip if you have some information that kind of changes your expectations like us. Sometimes trips just get canceled, and it's okay because we're going to redeem them all one day. There's still places that we want to go. I'd still love to go to Morocco one day.
Yeah.
So we're going to make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
And maybe this podcast should be sponsored by Trip Insurance.
CVS.
Well, CVS, thanks for all you do.
Yeah.
And Trip Insurance, because, just getting it means that you have the flexibility to change plans should you get sick or should the leaves stay green. You can change your plans.
That's right. And if you need great travel insurance, like use World Nomads.
They're the best.
It is our trusted friend and ally. We've used them a lot. We even shared a few episodes ago how we saved so much money thanks to World Nomads. And we continue to use them. So again, there's a code below for World Nomads. That wasn't even an ad, but it is.
Yeah. I mean, we just love them. So we're talking about them because we love them.
Yeah. Love. It's all love.
It's all love.
All right, y'all. Like I said, we're not going into a lot of meat today, but I did want to leave y'all with some exciting news because there's a lot of cheap flights right now, okay? And that's like my love language, in case you don't know. And so for all you folks out there, for all you parents that maybe you're thinking about, man, I really want to take my kids to, say,
Puerto Rico. Oh.
Well, yeah. I want to go to Puerto Rico, or man, I would love to go to Hawaii, or say, I want to go to Disneyland, but in Paris. I want to go to Europe.
Okay, you gotta spill the beans. This is like every cool destination.
Okay, but you gotta act fast. Listen to me, folks, moms and dads.
Are these still going to be active when this podcast goes live?
They will be.
Okay,
but time is of the essence.
Okay,
mom and dad, get your credit card right now. Get your credit card. Don't even text your spouse whether or not you can do this. Just buy them, okay?
No, text.
No. You can buy, because then you go home and then you like surprise them with the plane tickets, and based on their reaction, you move forward. You have 24 hours to cancel these flights, so don't worry. Just book them, right? Okay. Get your credit cards out. I'm going to tell you where to book them. You're going to go to Puerto Rico for $150. You can go in February or March. I don't know when your kids' spring breaks are, but that's when you're going. Or if you're on the West Coast, now's your time to go to Hawaii. You can go for really cheap. I'm talking $140 to $190 if you want to go to Kauai. And all this is through Southwest Airlines. But hurry, like I said, These deals are only lasting for a day or two. You got to use the code WOW50. Go on their website. You'll see it all there. It's real, and buy the tickets. And you're welcome.
And there's a secondary code for 70% off. Did you see that?
No.
Colin and Meg.
Yeah, Colin and Meg 70.
Off. Yeah. Wow 50 for 50%.
Yeah.
If you just type in Colin and Meg, that's a joke, you guys.
No, you get free pretzels.
Free pretzels.
They're like, oh, you guys listen to the Did You Pack Snacks
podcast? Snacks for everyone.
Yep. Conscientious travelers, we award you.
Okay, how do people get to Europe?
Okay, but for Europe, we got to take a step back and look at the big picture. Okay, so for in the recent years, due to many circumstances, travel to Europe has been just hard to reach.
Expensive.
Just a little expensive, or you couldn't even go, right? And then when it did come back, when travel made its quote unquote comeback, it was expensive.
Yes.
But people didn't care.
Lots of people went.
Everybody's like, I'm going to Italy. I'm going to Paris, and I'm going to be there for 3 weeks and use all my money, because that was the reality. People were spending money to go to Europe. And the airlines were like, yay, it's great. But now 2024 is coming. And I'm going to use the analogy that a lot of travel experts have used, but picture going to an ice cream shop. You got your ice cream, 2 scoops of lavender honey ice cream or banana pudding.
Yeah, give us the banana pudding.
And you've enjoyed your ice cream really well. But then the next day, are you going to go back?
No. I mean, yeah, probably not.
This has turned into a bad analogy because I would. But the analogy says that once people had their fill of it, they're not going to go back again. And so that's why all the airlines are now advertising for cheaper flights. So everyone, the temperature for next year's travel to Europe, this is your time to go. Flights are going to be a lot cheaper.
Because in summary, the demand is just changing. Last year, there was a high demand. This year, people have spent all of their vacation budget in a general sense. And so this summer, prices will be much more affordable.
Right.
And potentially less crowds.
Yeah. And matter of fact, tickets have already started to lower their rates. You can now already see flight deals all the way to March of next year.
That's amazing.
We haven't gotten the summer yet. I'm curious how that will all pan out. But you can get to Europe right now in the 3s.
And just keep an eye on it, because if you're trying to go to Europe in the summer and we're in March, then 2 months from now, at the beginning of the year, pretty much, you'll be able to look through the summer. And booking tickets in advance like this, especially to a European destination, that's how you're going to get a deal. So just kind of keep your eyes on it. If you've got certain dates that you're trying to get somewhere, this could turn out to be the summer that you make your dreams happen. Yeah.
And because you're booking in advance, pay that extra rate to get it refundable or changeable.
Yes.
If
you haven't learned anything from us, always pay. It sounds like, man, it's an extra $75 a ticket for travel insurance, or an extra $50 a ticket to be able to change the dates if I want to. It's always worth doing that, especially booking tickets so far in advance, because a lot of life can happen between now and then, and you just don't want to lose your investment. You don't want to lose that money.
I like how you call travel investment.
It is an investment in my joy, in my quality of life.
In your memories.
In my memories.
It's unquantifiable.
It's the best.
Yeah. What an episode.
What an episode.
We'll leave y'all with this.
Okay.
Please come back next week where we'll have something to chat about. And because, you like hanging out with us. But I also want to give a quick plug to our Faroe Islands vlogs. We've already released 2 on YouTube, and we got plenty more coming. They come out every Saturday morning. They come out at 9 a.m., so you can tune into those, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would love y'all to watch it.
And even if you're not big on YouTube, I can't say that I am. I love to follow a few different people that share mainly travel content. But if you've never popped on there before to watch a video, I'm going to just plug us and say you should check it out. They're really fun, entertaining, and we try to just showcase our experiences, not as the ultimate thing to do when you're somewhere, but more just the way that we're experiencing a country and its people and its food with our kids. And, you know, maybe your vacation or trip could look like this if you chose to go there too.
Right.
So again, not experts, but we love sharing our experiences in hopes that it would encourage or empower other parents to travel with their kids too. So I'm going to actually tell everybody that what I want everyone to do this weekend is it's officially fall. So let's just do fall things, you know?
Okay.
Let's make something fall happen. You got a pumpkin patch? Go do it.
Go.
You got some apple cider donuts? Eat them.
Eat them.
Get some. I would tell you to drink a pumpkin spice latte. I don't really think they're that great. Make your own at home. Just like do all the fall things. That's what I want to do this weekend.
Decorate for Halloween.
I did that today. Okay, literally my last story.
I knew you were going to go into this.
You brought it up. I love decorating for Christmas. I have never really gotten into decorating for other holidays.
I hate the spooky side of Halloween.
Yeah, the spook. I don't like all the skulls and mummies and stuff like that.
But our kids love it.
But our kids think it's so fun. And when we pass by other houses that are decorated, they get so excited. And so I just bought some of those like ginormous, like huge fuzzy spiders, and I put like 6 of them on the front of our house.
No one cares.
And then I just bought a purple light that I'm gonna like put on the house at night.
See y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in.
It's the best, and they were stoked about it. So I feel excited about Halloween too now. Thanks for listening, friends.
Okay, with that said, do not forget to pack snacks. We'll see y'all next week's
Bye.
episode. Happy fall, y'all.
Happy fall.